my saxophone playing friend Alexander here from saxophomasterclass.com. Welcome to today's lesson. Today I'm going to show you exactly how you can start jazzing up your songs on the saxophone with one simple trick. Whenever students ask me how to make their songs sound jazzier, how they can make their songs sound like the pros on their favorite recordings, I show them this one simple concept that once they learn it, they realize that everybody uses it. All your favorite sax players on jazz recordings, on rock recordings, on funk recordings, use this technique to jazz up their playing. Now I'm going to use the notes of Happy Birthday to show you how you can jazz this up with this one simple concept. And you can actually download the note names, the fingerings, and the sheet music for Happy Birthday absolutely free at saxophonemasterclass.com/happy birthday. It's absolutely free. I email you the PDF, and then you're actually going to be able to follow along with this lesson a lot easier as well. So let me just play you Happy Birthday completely straight first without any embellishments, without trying to jazz it up at all, and then I'm going to show you this one simple concept to make it sound jazzy. Okay, so that was a simple, straight way of playing Happy Birthday on the saxophone. And again, you can download the sheet music, the fingerings, the note names for that at saxophonemasterclass.com/happy birthday. Now, if you want to learn the notes of Happy Birthday step by step, I actually have another video on that, which I'm going to link to at the end of this video and also in the description below. So after you've watched this lesson, go ahead and check out that video so you can learn the notes of Happy Birthday and start applying all the techniques that I'm showing you in this video. So now I'm going to jazz up this song with a very simple trick, and then I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. So I was just using one technique to embellish the melody of Happy Birthday there, and it's called a grace note. And if you just apply this grace note concept to any song, you can actually get it to sound a lot jazzier than if you played it without this grace note. So I'm going to show you exactly what a grace note is, and then I'm going to show you how to use it on this song. So a grace note is a way of moving from one note to another very quickly. So the first grace note I did on Happy Birthday was on the note B, and in order to do a grace note, I just played the B flat and moved into B very quickly. So I went from the side B flat, which is this side B flat here, it's that bottom key and the two notes in the left hand, and I went quickly from that note into B like this. So I just went quickly from B flat into B, and I tongued the B flat note, but I didn't tongue the B note. So I'm tonguing the grace note that goes into the B note. And that's the idea behind a grace note. You're taking a note a half step away from the note that you're playing, and you're playing it really fast into that note of the melody. Now this is called an ascending grace note, but you can also do a descending grace note that goes a half step above the melody. Let me show you what I mean. So we have that first grace note. Now we have a second grace note on D, which I play here. And what's happening here is I'm going from this D sharp key down to D. Okay, this is D sharp or E flat, and I'm going into D very quickly. So I'm tonguing the D sharp note, going into D super quick. And that's what we call a descending grace note. So these are the two types of grace notes that you can use on any song to jazz it up. You can go from a half step below the note of the melody, or you can go from a half step above the note of the melody. And you tongue that grace note, but don't tongue the melody note. So you can get this sort of jazzy effect on the melody. Now I did these grace notes throughout the whole song. I'm going to show you where else I did them as well. So I've shown you those two grace notes on B, which was an ascending grace note, and I showed you the grace note on D, which was a descending grace note. Now we went into another grace note on G with the octave key, and we went from F sharp into G. So I tongued F sharp into G, and I went super fast from F sharp into G. Then I did a grace note on the note E. So on the E note, I went from D sharp into E. Super fast. Tonguing D sharp, then into E. I then did a grace note on F, from E to F. And then on D again, from D sharp down to D. And that's where I did all the grace notes on the song Happy Birthday. Let me play you the whole song again with all of these different grace notes. And so there you have it. There's just one idea, one technique to jazz up your songs on the saxophone. Of course, there's so many other ways to jazz up your songs and to embellish your songs on the saxophone, but I'm not going to get into all of those today. If you want to learn more about how to jazz up your melodies like this, please let me know, comment below this video, and tell me if you want to see more lessons like this. Remember, you can download the fingerings, the note names, and the sheet music for Happy Birthday absolutely free. Just go to my website, saxophonemasterclass.com/happy birthday, and you can download the PDF to use offline and start practicing all these different grace notes on the song. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson and got a lot out of it. Please like the video if you did, and make sure to subscribe for weekly lessons and click that notification bell so you can know every single time I upload a new video. I'm putting lessons out every single week on how to improve your tone on the sax, how to improve your technique, how to learn different scales on the saxophone, even how to learn different songs step by step on the sax, just like this song Happy Birthday, which you should be able to click on right now if you want to learn that song step by step. Alright my friend, I hope you got a lot out of this. Until next time, happy playing.